Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Avatar: The Last Airbender episode 3 of the first season. Yes, last time we got a little bit of a tease of a possible fight between vendors. And honestly, that is something that never occurred to me. Perhaps it's because I only watched one episode and that's it, and my mind isn't accustomed to this new world, to these new rules, so that's why I never thought about it until, of course, I saw the Prince Zuko, if I'm not mistaken, and Aang kind of. I'm not gonna say fight. I'm gonna say more like, I don't know, struggle, a little bit of a. I don't know. I really don't know how to call it. I would not call it a fight, honestly. But yes, now that has planted the possibility of a very, very awesome fight scene between benders, between, I don't know, a firebender and a windbender, a waterbender against an earthbender. Sorry, it's airbender, I think. So yeah, there is a lot of possibilities here, and I cannot contain my excitement for said possible fight, because yeah, if you think about it, this could have potentially be awesome, not only for the fire and the water and the earth and all that, but actually because according to one of your comments, this is based on martial arts, different styles of martial arts. So yes, that actually could be awesome too, because we have kind of part martial art, kind of part magic, which is obviously a very solid ground for this kind of new type of battle. So yes, I'm excited for that. But speaking about comments, I need to clarify something else. Yeah, one of you thinks I ruined the show by reading the Wikipedia. That is not the case. I just read the first four words of the Wikipedia. I just read Iron, General Iron, and the way they pronounce the name, and that's it. That's the only thing I read. I have no clue what is going to happen with these characters. So yes, I am in complete darkness. I don't know anything about the show. So yeah, don't worry. I wasn't going to ruin a show for myself, which is something I want to see, because the first two episodes were awesome. I cannot wait for the rest of the season and the rest of the series. So anyway, enough chit chat, enough of all this rambling, which is something I really needed to say. But anyway, enough of that. Let's just cut all of these and watch the episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the third episode of the series. And again, this series keeps surprising me, because when I thought we are just. Well, it's just a silly moment to introduce a new kind of cute character in the case of the monkey. It turns out it was part of the plot of the episode. But I'm going way too ahead of that moment. Let's go little by little and in order. We got, again, silly moments between Aang, Zuko, and Katara. Those are important because, again, it's building of character. We're still too soon to just abandon everything and just go straight to the plot or go straight to something else. No, we still have a lot to explain to newcomers like me, especially obviously when this series was premiered. You need to explain a lot of stuff. You need to make it sound interesting. You need to make it sound intriguing. You need to make it sound fun. You need to make all of this fun, because if you lose fun, even if your story is the best written story ever, if it's not fun or it cannot caught the attention of its public, you are going to lose said public, which is not something that this series is doing. You still have the silly moments, the funny moments, but the show knows when to change that pace, when to change from being good humor, from being jokes, for being this silly show, to the moment in which, yeah, you need to be serious in in this instance. And I love the change of pacing for our heroes. Again, during the travel to the air temple, to the southern air temple, we saw obviously the jokes between Sokka, it was Sokka or Zuko? I think it's Sokka. Between Sokka and Aang. Well, oh, this was food, no, it's not, etc., etc. These comedic banters. Then, of course, we arrive to the temple, and this is when the characters kind of bring down the mood, because probably it's not what you expect. Probably this is something bad happens. They're trying to prepare Aang to the blow that he's going to receive. They really try, but still they did not tell him directly, this is what happened, you have to accept it. No, they let him be, because you're still dealing with a kid, a 12-year-old kid if I'm not mistaken, but still a kid. Perhaps Katara is a little bit older. She looks like 14, 15. I am still not sure. Same the age of Sokka. I think he's a little bit older if I'm not mistaken. I do not remember if he mentioned that he's the older brother. Anyway. Yes, and they again change the pace, change the tone. They give you the fun part with the sport that obviously just an airbender could play. And we get a little bit of a comedic banter. And yes, you take a character that I thought it was going to be complete seriousness, like the master of Aang, and you make it into a fun-loving guy. I said, oh yes, we're just going to throw. I genuinely thought that they're just going to try to control the moose or whatever that thing is, the velvet, for the cakes. But no, he was actually just throwing the cakes to other monks, which is not something I expect. And I like that type of humor. I genuinely like that type of humor. And then, of course, kind of serious, kind of silly moment when they enter the temple of the air temple, and they show all the images, all the previous images of the previous avatars, which honestly I thought all the avatars were just airbenders. I genuinely thought that, but no, obviously there is a cycle. After the airbender comes the waterbender, then the earthbender, and then the firebender, and then it repeats the cycle. That is how it works. And I am still not sure about this one. Speaking of the temple, I am not sure about this one. I have no idea, but it looks like most of the avatars, or that's what it looks from the statues of the temple. Perhaps we didn't saw many statues. It looks like a lot of them are male. I think I saw some female statues here and there, a couple of them, but I'm not sure, so I am asking this question. Obviously, if it's a spoiler, please just let me figure that out. But are the avatars all male or female, or is more prevalent the male avatar than the female avatar? That is a doubt I still have. Anyway, going and moving forward in this case. Obviously, Aang gets furious and starts to, create all this energy, which actually is not something good, because now the rest of the world, every single one, knows that the Avatar is back. All the temples were kind of shining alongside with the air temple, because all the statues start to turn on. Yeah, it sounds weird. But they start to shine with the eyes. The eyes start to shine. But we saw several other temples. I guess the green one is the earth one. The red one obviously is the fire one. The near the coast, near this cold place, is the water one. And obviously the wind one is the one in which we are so close to. So yes, now the rest of the world, including the bad guys, in this case the Fire Lord, knows that yes, the Avatar is back. We are in danger. Our conqueror of the world is in danger. We must find him. So yes, this is something interesting, and this is a good segue to speaking about the bad guys. Especially Prince Zuko. Again, I'm still trying to learn the names. If I'm mistaken, sorry, I will try to learn them better next time. We go back to Prince Zuko. Obviously, the section between Prince Zuko and between Aang is kind of intermixed, but focusing my attention now on the bad guys, on the Fire Nation. It reveals a lot of stuff. Again, this is not one-dimensional characters. This is something obvious from what I have seen. Why I said this? The first interaction with the Fire Nation between this commander is no longer a captain. Is a commander. It's kind of nice. Why I said this? Because the bad guys are not always this serious, this malevolent, this evil. Oh yes, no humor allowed here, no fun allowed. But they have still jokes, and it's not forced jokes. Those are not cringe jokes. Those are funny jokes. That's okay. Yeah, something happened. Something terrible happened to our ship. Uncle, tell him what happened. The uncle is still. Oh yeah, sure. I'll tell you right a moment. We crash. And I love this little interaction between Prince Zuko and his uncle, because yeah, again, it's fun. It's showing us a different face of the villains. It's just not always serious business. And of course, I love how observant our villains are. In this case, the new commander. He knew that Zuko was hiding a secret, and of course he acted accordingly. He didn't let the prince know that he was acting, but he was going to act. And now, when no longer was in danger of him escaping, is when he revealed his plan. He said, "Oh yes, I just wanted to confirm that you found the Avatar and you now have something else, and yada yada yada." My guess, whoever sent the Avatar to the Fire Lord is going to be recompensed. I don't know, have a reward, something along those lines. I am not sure of what exactly is happening. I don't know if they are going to kill the Avatar immediately, or they just want to recruit him to the Fire Nation army. I'm not sure. It could be both ways. My guess is Zuko's intention is to capture the Avatar and give it to his father, and has to show off that, oh yeah, this is the Avatar, I did it, I need to recover my honor, I need to return to my nation. Because yes, I didn't know that he was banished. I don't know if he was the only one banished, or the uncle is still banished, or the uncle just decided, I'm going to go and take care of my nephew. I am not sure of anything like that. But yes, again, I love these little moments in which the show the bad guys of level of badness, let's say, for a lack of a better word, honestly. They have personalities. They have something else going on besides I am the bad guy. And yeah, even the little duel in the end with this fire. Again, the show is teasing me. And I say teasing me because, yeah, I know a lot of you already watched this show. It's teasing me with a good fight between benders. Now, two fire benders fighting. And it was pretty freaking awesome. And I don't think Zuko is a master. I don't think he has managed to master the element of fire. And perhaps the cockiness of the commander is just, oh, I'm going to deal with this brat, no problem at all. I don't have to make an effort. So that perhaps explained why Zuko was able to win in this moment. And even the commander accepted his fate. Okay, I was overconfident, finish me off. But of course, Zuko showed compassion, showed that he's not a cold-hearted murderer. Again, the personality type. And we are shown that the commander is not an honorable man. And I love the intervention of the uncle just in the nick of time. Yeah, this show is developing characters, and I'm not meaning only the main characters. They are developing the villains, the different scales of evil. Yeah, the show is going to be a lot more interesting from what I have seen in these three first episodes. We are developing characters, we are changing the pace, and again, going back to the beginning of the video, to the beginning of my commentary, the scenes make or has a purpose. When I first thought of the appearance of the little creature, I vaguely remember that creature, honestly. I kind of remember from image here and there. So, what the first thing I assume is, oh yes, we are going to recruit this new creature. We are going to make it a mascot, and yeah, the cute side of the fandom is going to be here. And the only point of this scene is kind of the presentation of this new creature, of this new companion. But actually, no, the scene has a bigger purpose to make Aang realize what really happened in the temple, the death of his master. Something that he needed to know. This is something that was needed for him to be shown that his master died while defending the temple, because it's not just death, it's not natural death, which is going to be something pacific, something calm, something not a problem, something that everybody passed through. But no, we're shown specifically that it was a violent death because he was surrounded by corpses of different Fire Nation soldiers, and that was important. And that was the purpose of the monkey scene. And that is something I love, that even a scene that looks meaningless has a meaning for us to look into. I love it. I genuinely love these little moments, these little details, that when I think something is meaningless, no, it has a purpose in the end. That again speaks volumes of the level of writing of the show, and we're just going by the third episode. This is a great show with good humor, and so far no pointless scenes. I don't know what is going to happen next. I don't know if the rest of the Fire Nation are going to go after the Avatar, because my guess those are the only ones who have the resources, because the rest of the nations kind of fell down into the, well, below the heel of the Fire Nation. But I don't know. I don't know, even perhaps one ship is going to try to look, one ship from the Earth Kingdom is going to try to look for the Avatar. I don't know. The only ones I kind of see can spare the resources are the Fire Nation, because they have a lot of resources, a lot of power now, and they are just going after the capital of the Earth Kingdom. So yeah, the only ones I kind of see that, because now the rest of the Fire Nation, and not only the Fire Nation, the other nations know that the Avatar is back. So yes, the plot thickens, and we got a lot more of character development from our characters, obviously. So yes, this is a very intriguing moment, and again, it's just the third episode. I cannot wait for the next whatever episode is, because this is so much fun. Anyway, I think I'm starting to ramble now, so yeah, let's just cut this. And the only thing really I have to say is, well, thank you for your attention, and well, see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read, and